winding and twirling in a world of confusion. Well, the only thing certain is that I'm uncertain of who I am. Being drugged by the poisons of the world's perceptions, insecurities, and glam, I become dependent on the opinions of others. So I'm now clothed in a pseudo-image with an altered personality while I begin to blend in with my surroundings, while on the inside, my true inner being is drowning. See, I'm now a classified depiction of what they would consider to be normal, whereas my former image was considered to be informal. So I stop and I ask the question, who am I? Could I be a hopeless soul in a hopeless body trapped by makeup's perms and the latest trends? Could I be in a socially accepted warfare where I really don't think my spirituality is going to win? I'm a combination of those idolized on television to those admired in the fashion magazines. A stirred up look of laid back to diva style and everything else in between. There is no unique distinction about myself. Well, I'm conformed in an era where my acceptance of my appearance is dependent upon my wealth. No room for creative differences or individuality. For most of us are bound by this extreme makeover mentality. In a world that states if my clothes are fine and my hair is tight, I must be alright. If the label on my shirt is somewhat recognizable, then my appearance must definitely be acceptable. So I stop and I ask the question again. Who am I? Well, first of all, I'm a person admitting to be confused. Confused that the image of myself might actually even be me. But I have to first stop and question the motive to the image. And maybe the answer will set me free. So here I stand before you completely naked, all exposed. Stripped of my insecurities that clothe me from my head unto my toes, attempting to backtrack into those days where I had my own identification. And I wasn't being lumped into a group or a specific classification. I stand before you questioning who I am. And then the rationale of our thinking and of our actions. The inner versus the outer, the spiritual versus the physical. But simply question the fact of, will you also question who you are and whose you are?